That's going.
You scoot to the left a tiny bit while you scooted your bum.
No, it's fine because I have got that camera turned off right now.
Oh.
Just want to make sure that it actually picks up, and then I'll have you check the thing that I need you to check.
You want to tell me what it is I'm going to be checking?
I'll tell you as we're checking it. Okay, whoops. Oh, I need to set my phone back up as a comment monitor. Don't get very many, but I need to do that. Okay, I think, yeah, looks like we are totally live again. So, need to... For some reason the live video is not on top of my YouTube thing.
I need to call Shirley and adjust her. Okay.
Oh. Remember, we're live. So, I need to just pop my comment monitor back in, and then I can have my mom check. Where are you going?
I'm just stepping outside the door for a second. You're not ready yet.
I am. I'm ready. So. Okay. Oops. Oh, my phone is restarting for some reason. So I need you to check this. Oh wait, if you're on the phone, then you can't check it, so...
What am I going to be doing to check it?
Guys, we'll be right back. Mom will be right back.
Hello. Hey. Okay. Do you want to come like in a half hour or so?
Okay, finally. So, I just need you to tell me which looks better. That...
Which looks better? I don't even know what I'm going to be looking at.
The whole entire thing. I say which looks better, I just mean look at the entire thing and tell me which one of the two things I'm going to show you looks better. I don't need to be specific.
Okay, right.
Otherwise you might see it. So there's that one, or there's that.
Okay, do it again.
First one, second one.
First one. Because it blends in with the other light on the wall that's facing that way.
What blends in?
The light of the door jam thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And remember, this light spot up there is going to be gone.
I know. There's light coming this way. There's light on the back door. There's light on these walls.
No, that light is from all... It's not coming from this...
You're not listening to me. There's light on the walls on this surface. There's light on the back door on this surface. Go the other way. That surface of that doorway is this direction. It should be reflecting the same light that's on these walls. It looks more natural to have it there.
Well,
if you have it the other way, it's fine. It will work both ways. Nobody will question it.
I still need to show, because that light is not coming from this direction at all. Where is... It's going to be... Is it under D? Here we go. I just need to pull this up and skim to that part in the video. Skim forward a bit. Oops, no. All of this light on there is coming from the light from there, from the window. It's nothing from back here.
But so when you close the door, that light is still there. So it's still on the garage door.
Yeah.
Because you haven't replaced both of them. So it still looks like it's coming from inside the room where these two kids are. If you do it without it, it will be fine.
Yeah.
But you see, there's no light on it right now because the light's coming from in that room.
Oops.
It's not coming from the room where we are. But now it looks like the light on the garage door is coming from the room where they are.
The reason to do this way, though, is because that's part of the door frame.
And the other way, it's part of what?
The mirror on the wall. That was part of the original shot.
Oh, I thought it was part of the door frame. Okay, so that mirror is reflecting the garage door. Go the other way again.
Maybe, possibly. I don't know.
And it's the light from... So do it without. It looks... Certainly nobody's going to notice.
Because here's the mirror right there that you can barely see. So actually, yeah, you're right. It is reflecting the garage door.
And the extra light on it. So do it without. No one's going to say, hey, how come that door frame doesn't have light reflected on it?
So do it without the mirror?
Without the extra light on it, so it's dark.
So without the mirror, then?
Yes, that you said that was the mirror, yes. What I thought was the door frame. Yes, do it without the mirror.
Okay. Come on. Letting YouTube reload on my phone. Good answers. Okay. Got my chat monitor finally back up and running. Don't know why my phone restarted. A little bit tired. Let's try a dark chocolate orange piece, because that seems to wake me up for some weird reason. Okay. Live stream is working, I hope. Yep. Okay. To watching again. Hey, whoever. So, we decided on this, not the other one. Smooth. Let's just do real extreme. Oh. So that is as far as our door goes over. Okay, so that... Interesting. This brings up something really quite... Okay. So what I was saying before, remember how I was having, like, oh, the edges will just blend in with the rest of my shot because the colors match up enough? So, what I'm now realizing is, can I demonstrate this? Where's my... Trying to think of, well, I can describe it. So basically the door only takes up so much space to the left and right, and it fills up about just enough space to fit on the door, right? So if I make sure that the space above and around the door is bigger than I need, I'll be okay because the door won't take up any excess. I just have to worry about masking where I know that the door shouldn't be, period. Oh, what a relief. So basically, I don't need to make these edges straight. Unless the door ever takes up too much space. The level of a light, I don't go. What is that? I think that's just part of her hair. 31% complete, guys. Yay. So yeah, I don't have to worry about all of this space here. I just have to worry about this space there. Oh, what a relief. That is such a relief. So basically, for example, let's turn on the view controls again. If I go back to this frame here, see how the edge is all wonky and whatnot? I can just take this edge now and drag it over far enough that I know I have enough space. That looks good. Looks good there to me too. Actually, even a little bit of brightness there is okay, right? So let's do a test. So, but this is the good example I was talking about. If we go back, so this edge can literally just come out far enough to get that. Oh, right, I can adjust width. That's cool. In my right hand. Whoops. Such a relief. Okay, what am I doing? I can feel it moving me back, and moving me back, and moving me back. Draw. I can feel it moving me back, moving me back, and moving me. I can. So now. Moving me back, moving me back, moving me back. Draw. I can feel it moving me back. Notice also how, whoops. Moving me back and moving. Notice how that little flicker of her hair, her shirt, or whatever that is it's huh. I want to check some setting. Because there's something weird, like the music is mixing in between. Oops. I'm just gonna mute this visual, because I don't know if there's anything wrong with you guys seeing this. It's showing this deep into it. I don't know if YouTube and Spotify's be like, hey, you showed our interface too much in an unrelated video. If your son was at home, I have it. I don't have premium, so I don't get high quality streaming. But I haven't noticed. I probably wouldn't notice a difference. These songs sound just as good as if I listened to them from YouTube. I don't know why they're mixing. Oh well. Anyways. Cause he's hungry, the only way to feed him was to... I'm kind of half singing this song because I like the song and the point that it makes, but it's also a very kind of... It's a little bit more grim. Almost edgy. It's like, it's like a good viewpoint about birds and the bees is all I'm gonna say. And just, if you guys don't understand it, and if your parents get angry at you for going and listening to something, that just have them watch the video and tell them all I'm saying is, if you're really curious enough, it's what would you do? Bastille cover. You guys can find out there, but I'm kind of, I don't know. I thought about singing this on my channel, but I'm hesitant to, for hopefully obvious reasons to most of you guys. Another chocolate orange and back to work. Can I just say how this looks weird? Okay. And so does that. What's this ad for? Okay. There we go. Oh. Oh. Oh, I figured out what was going on, guys. So, watch this. Turn off the view controls. Pop on over to this. Pop on over. We don't have our side things. I turn this on. They're not there anymore. So I just need to have show view controls on when I come back, and then this toolbar pops up. So give me 1 second to Probably don't have the rights to show that. Where is... I'm just trying to restart my music. I should map this to a key if I can. But I'm just going on Blackmagic forums to, answer my question so that people know. Oops. Okay, we are posted, and boom, we're back. Oh boy. Could I... Oh, this is something I can test. So if I do this... Why is the mouse being jittery a bit? Okay, I'm gonna run out, see if my mom's still available to check something. Make sure I know which way I'm going. Okay. And that should also be on fit, too. I'll be right back, guys. Pause my music. Okay. I have my stepdad. So,
what's that?
We need to check between two frames. Here there's I'll point out what it is in just a second. So we have, whoops. So in real life, that spot of light on the ceiling is separate from the door. But in my thing here, the way that it's working out and I have the door, I can let the full size of my little picture of the door here fill in part of that upper space. So we need to decide which one of these two looks better looking at the top edge. So there's the first one, and there's the second way. I can zoom in on it too. We'll get close. Which I kind of think, I don't know if that helps or not, because you can...
Okay, what's the other one?
Mm-hmm.
From an aesthetic point, I'd go with that one.
With the second one?
Um,
Because I will be getting rid of this light.
well, if you're going to get rid of the light, then that's all such a neutral gray there that it's... Plus, how long is that going to be in frame?
Not too long. Like, it's, Oh, how long is our shot? It's...
A couple seconds?
Yeah, a couple of seconds, because it's at, well, let's see, we have...
I would just, go with a neutral gray that all the rest of that ceiling is there, and no one will know.
Good point, yeah, because this does kind of blend in with the ceiling somewhat.
Yeah.
So when I get rid of the light, okay.
Yeah.
Then I just put it behind the door.
Now, if you were going to make it like a door, as if the door were open on the other side, then you'd want the angled cut to
Yeah.
show the impact of the door.
2, 4, 9, 60. So it's about 4 seconds long.
Okay. Yeah, I would just cover it up.
Okay, so we will... That's really good news, guys, because that gives us room to expand. So essentially, if we just get the mask, let me explain what exactly is going down here. So put my earbuds back on. Play some music. So, and look, we look good on the stream. So originally, that edge just looks a little bit too crispy, so I'm going to see if I can do something about blurring that edge outward a bit. But, so, originally I was going to have masked that separately from the door, because it is separate in real life. There's, I don't know why. Maybe it's part of the structure of the house. I can show you guys in the, So, well, sort of. We see this here. It's kind of just before the door inside of there. Turn off that door. It's just before the door inside of there. I don't know if it's like needed structurally for the house or just for beautiful design. But it, so this is just a little bit before this. Like there's ceiling here, it dips down, goes underneath that, and pops back up to about the same height as this. Ceiling there. So originally I was going to mask that separately because it is a separate piece. So it deserves separate masks, separate colors. And that way I wouldn't have my door fill up too much space. But really I just need to make my elements fit this space. And so with the doors gray, if I go back, so we can see it's a very similar, it still is a little bit darker there, but it's a similar gray. I could even have a top patch that fills this perfectly and comes and cuts off the door. Because the door is... Oh, that revelation here. I think the door does go above a bit, so that's why it fits nicely, but it comes a little bit too much into that space, is because the door at this size for that corner to match, and that corner to match, everything to match, it goes up above that by a bit. I'm gonna run out for one more second, guys. Sorry, I keep running out on you. what I'm going to do, I'm just going to run out and look at that in real life and come right back. I'll be really fast with my eyes, no camera, just to see what, try and see if it was right. I'm back. In real life, the door is just barely where I stood just for the test. It's just barely. It's right at the corner there. I can still. So if you were a little bit taller, the door would be behind that, which maybe the camera was. I think my mom's still a smidge taller than I am. Depends on where she was holding the camera to. A lot of different variables. So basically the door, I'm just going to give it full rein to fill up the whole space. The only part that I need to actually have cut out is down here. This part down here will be chopped off completely. And we'll assume that this light is coming from here, which some of it is shining from the light behind the wall over there. And then I will just fit a piece up to here, which should be relatively easy to match. Man, I wish I had the planner tracker for this shot. I think I mentioned this before, but I don't think I've if I've already specifically talked about this, then someone tell me that I've already talked about it, however you can. But so basically, there's a tracker that's in the free version, and even Pinnacle Studio has a not as good version of the same thing, but I can pick, I could pick the corner of that clock, and it would track the corner of that clock as it moves. If it goes out of shot, I have to either manually move my item to match, or I pick a new point and restart tracking from there and fix everything. But the main tracker works based off of that, and it's not good, really good, if your objects go out of shot, like this clock isn't always in the shot. Now, a planner tracker, if I'm getting this right, it's going to look at the entire shot and figure out where all of the individual pixels are moving relative to each other. So instead of just one point, or I could, if I wanted to blur the clock out so you didn't know what time it is, I could put a box around. Oh, not done. So I was looking at the wrong bar, so I can't show you guys. But if I wanted to, I could put some points and blur inside of the tracking area, like a mask, and track the mask basically to the clock. And then you couldn't see what time it is. Not that you can right now anyways. A planner tracker, not just however many points I set, it's going to look at points all over the shot. So it will work for shots where you don't have one solid point on your shot. Oh goodness. And so I just started thinking for a second there in my mind this would work for a shot of like if you're going down the freeway with your camera pointed out the window and you're trying to track a UFO to follow you. Because in that shot you would want the UFO to stay in the same position relative to when your camera jiggles a bit. But you would also need it to stay following you as you move across. That would be a very complicated shot to track and do. My head starts hurting thinking about it. But yeah, the planner tracker would be great for this, but it's not in the free version of this program. But actually, I shouldn't spit. I can't blame them. You gotta have some features to get people onto the pro version. And I see it as a good way to get more people on. Because, I mean, I don't need networking features. I don't need my stepdad or somebody else to be working on this at the same time I am. I don't have a team to utilize networking features. But I could benefit from the planner tracker quite possibly. And so that will not cause issues, but it will get more people to probably buy the full version because there are some features that are more universal. So that makes a little more sense to you guys because black trackers and stuff is probably confusing. for example, let's say I could have, like, the two people working on it at once, and then, never mind, I'm not going to try and explain it better. If you guys don't understand, ask me in the comments, and I will go back and try and use my example, but I should just get back to work. Ah. Just as I think about it, so much relief. Because like I was showing earlier, I don't have to fix my, I don't have to fix my jagged edges. Show view controls. So like this edge here, I don't have to make it straight. I just drag it up. Now that door has full clearance. So I just need to expand my mask everywhere but down there. Oh. Oh, you have no idea how happy this makes me and how much time it's going to save. And this whole experience will save time. I've learned a lot from doing this film. So my next film, which, if I get this one done in time, then I have a script I already can do. I'm going to try writing another script, try shooting it during summertime. That will go a lot better. I'm going to have probably write up, when I'm all done with this, a checklist of things that I need to be actively doing as I work on that film, make things better. I'm going to go back to my candy cane now. My handcrafted peppermint candy cane. I don't think there would be enough quality to show you guys. But something cool about these candy canes is there's one little tiny sliver. I'm gonna switch my music really quickly. Look at my face. The reason I'm doing this is because I thought I was listening to an advertisement for a second, but then there was a bad word, and I'm like, Spotify wouldn't have a bad word in their advertisement. They even have, like, ads for other songs that have explicit language in them. They don't play the explicit bit, or they craftily mask it out. And then I realized, oh, it's playing the second album that Bastille has done, which has language in it. Like, I've listened to a little bit of it. I think I agree with the viewpoints they're talking about, but the language bit, I'm not sure. So I will at some point actually listen to it and get deep into it. And then if I ever buy it, I'll be like, is there a clean version of this? Please tell me there's a clean version. If not, then I'll have to beep out the words myself. Or just not buy it at all. I don't know what happened. Why all of a sudden, Bastille, you guys had to go out there and start using language to show your points, because you don't have to, really. Even if they actually said it in real life, documentaries and quoting text and stuff, bleep it out. Or have a replacement word. I mean, bleep it out, okay? Don't have the full word. So, sorry for that rant. I need to pick some new music. Come. Spotify is being a bit slow. One more quick rant here. I kind of don't like how Spotify has an album and then the deluxe version is separate. I mean, I guess you might want to... Okay, here's what you do. You have your album, and then any extra songs that were part of the deluxe version, you have them as a separate little space down there. And so when you click play, there should be a button somewhere that lets you uncheck. There should be a deluxe button. Check if you want to listen to the deluxe version of the album, uncheck if you don't. And have it kind of for each album. Because the annoying thing is then you have, if you just start playing the artist from the top, it's going to start playing their popular, and then it will start playing the album, and then the deluxe version of the album, so you listen to all of the original songs twice, even the third time if they're on top. Yeah, this is ranting editing. Let's find... don't freeze on me. Yep, it froze. I'm gonna just get back to work until it unfreezes. Yep, legitimately. Legit froze. What are you doing, Spotify? Seriously. Okay, There we go. More manageable piece of candy cane to suck on. So, let's, this is gonna go a lot faster because watch this. I need to just expand that out like crazy. Then drag this down, but I need to adjust my curvature. Invert. Come up by a smidge. Take this one. Curve it up by that smidge also. Spoiler alert, but for some reason, I won't spoil too much, but for some reason, my mind just made me think of that one scene from Seabiscuit when the kid dies. That's all I'm gonna say is for some reason I just thought of that. Don't ask me why. My mind is random. I'm sure your mind is random too, but sometimes I have no idea why it makes me think of particular scenes from movies or little weird thoughts and things. Like, my mind is really, really random. I'm gonna do a video on this, but I had, like, a good example is I was going to institute with a friend, and we got into the classroom and we were sitting down, and I said to my friend, so, what do you think about a black bean and chocolate chip burrito? And then the guy sitting on the row in front of us said, and I thought I was random. Yeah, I had come up with the most random things. I'm going to do a video on it just so you guys really know how weird it is, because I feel like that doesn't come across on my YouTube channel. Even though we do have great wonders from my odd mind, such as the calculator, which if you haven't seen the calculator, go watch the calculator. I did a good job on that one. I'm proud of myself. Clap for me. Toot my own horn. If I was being nitpicky, I would, mask around that light spot, but I'm not that picky. That's, like, too detail-oriented for this project. You only have so much time to do your project. So you gotta, the other thing, too, to really worry about is make sure that this edge looks good, because it would look weird if all of a sudden there's a little bit less of her shirt, and then a little bit more of her shirt. It would help if I could copy frames, like, copy, Paste settings. Nope, that's... Oh goodness, what have I done? How about just... Oh! Okay. Copy value. Yay! Oh my goodness! Where's my... There we go, look at my face, I'm so happy! Ah! Oh my goodness, it's choppy on that video feed, but I am so happy. I just, that just makes my life 1,000 times easier. You know what I really need is like I need like a headset. Kind of like a VR headset, but not VR. It's just a screen. And then off into the top of this headset is a tiny little camera. So you guys can see my face. And the back of the headset would be whatever I choose to put in there. So it looks like a cool visual of my face and whatnot. But then whenever I lay down on the bed and get a smile on my face of relief, you guys can still see that. Oh my goodness. I'm not dreading this as much as I was just a bit ago. Let me see if Spotify has decided to cooperate. Yay, it has. There we go. Whoops. Finally, playing some Enya. Oh, this makes me so happy. Hope Enya doesn't put me to sleep. I don't think it will. You know, I remember, when I was a lot younger, like 13 or something, and I had some friends. Well, I guess we're still friends, sort of. Go watch my video on people falling away to find out kind of more about this. But, my friend had a CD of Enya music. And so we would, like, listen to it and close our eyes. Kind of like meditation. But just see what the music made us think about. What images or visuals were caught up in our mind. Which, I kind of do that now. Not as much, though. The visuals aren't as interesting and strange. But I think of music video ideas for things and stuff like that. This makes me so happy. It's so nice. But yeah, so I still kind of do it now, but I'm not, like, specifically laying down with my eyes closed, listening to music, seeing what image it conjures up, as much as I am walking into work, listening to my favorite song, imagining a music video for it that I might someday film. Or any song, really, as I'm walking to work. Oh my goodness, this just makes me want to cry. This works for this scenario nicely. This might work for every scenario. Because in hindsight, if the door did take up a little bit too much space, I didn't need all of those pixels. I could cut the door down a little bit smaller. then I would just cut the door down smaller and fit it in with plenty of space. Sorry guys, I am just overwhelmed with happiness. Who's watching? 2 watching. Okay, give me 1 second. Oh, never mind. Well, I do need to take my buds off. I thought the camera was still... I'm just going to quickly go off camera. Oh. Sorry. It's getting a little bit warm there, and so I'm taking off my, because my computer's right there. So I'm just taking off my, what's the word? I'm just taking off my sweatshirt, and then my work shirt, which has a work logo on it for the dollar store that I work at. So now if I want to show you guys something of me visually, I can, and I don't have to worry about the logo appearing. This is kind of me being live editing and stuff. This is kind of sort of what I do in real life, except slightly tweaked because I am live. So, if at any point you're like, oh my goodness, why does he go off camera so many times? I apologize for that. But at the same time, it's real life. Things are happening in real life. This is what I'm doing. Let loose and be me. Oh goodness, I was showing that screen for a while. Copyright images of Enya. Oh goodness. I think... How did I end up on the Kraft Velveeta cheese recipes? I don't like that kind of cheese. I just realized this... Whoops. This might be why some of those were flagged as not suitable for, not suitable for most advertisers. I bet I know why. It's because I show some of the Spotify interface. Which, Spotify themselves and their logo, they're probably okay with that being shown. Where people are making money, it's not directly related. If I did a tutorial on something Spotify and monetized it, they might be okay. But I'm not sure the record labels are okay with it. Wow, it gets really muddled with copyright about who owns what. Oh goodness. You've got Spotify who owns their logo, and then you got the unknown number of record labels owning advertisements and stuff in there. Whoo! Messy. Oh my goodness, I am just... You don't know how happy I am. I'm going to try copying points. What? No. Hmm. Hmm. We have the mates. Huh. It's not in. Can't say where the road flows, where the day flows. Why is it not updating? Frame issues. I'm gonna save and restart Fusion. Come on. Probably this is 64. It's going. Probably a little bit slower. Probably take a minute longer than if I just said, do your thing. Because it does use quite a bit of CPU. Yeah. Just want to show how much CPU it's using. There's something weird that I kind of understand, I think, but I'm going to have to talk to friends who can help me understand it better. Because, like, you know, your friends, you can talk live and ask this question. But, so apparently, for certain projects, Pinnacle Studio doesn't use all of the CPU. It's not a bottleneck. It's just literally that Pinnacle Studio, doesn't need to use all that CPU at that moment. Like right now, it's only using 33% of my CPU for this project. Sometimes it needs more CPU to render the project. So, that kind of makes sense. I can see how some processes might not be as intense as others. But the thing that really doesn't make sense is, let's say, okay, so it's using about between 30 and 35% CPU for exporting this project. If I had a faster CPU, it would go faster. That doesn't make sense. The way I see it is, pretend that Pinnacle Studio is a phone. And it says, I need this much power to charge. And you've got a low-powered wall wart or brick. Then the brick says, I can only give you this much, sorry. And the phone says, well, I'm going to take everything you have. Then if you get a bigger brick, then the phone says, And the brick says, I can give you this much. And the phone says, oh, wow, I only need like 20, I only need like 80% of that to charge up. Then they're happy and they do their thing. And then if I get a bigger brick, in this example here, even bigger than our mid-tier brick, well, my phone should still say, the brick should say, I can give you 6 times as much current as you need to charge. And the phone will say, yeah, I don't need all of that. I'm going to only take what I need, and the rest is just going to not be used. But apparently the CPU doesn't work that way. Apparently, even if it would still be faster, even if it only used 30. I would think that it would use less of the new CPU. So right now it's using 30% of this CPU, but if I got a new faster CPU, it might only use 20%. That's not how it actually is. I'm going to get that one figured out and grasped and learned as I talk to people in real life too will help and do more internet research. I kind of understand it from having a slightly heated discussion on the Pinnacle Studio forums about this. But yeah, back to work. Okay. Being slow. Wow. Being really slow. Like, not even loading slow. Huh. I'm gonna come back when this is finished saving, so that it has full CPU pretty much to save itself. And then I'll go back to masking and whatever else happens with the rest of the evening. So we'll come back when that's done, because this is just being slow and not working properly. See you guys in a bit.